Today we are going to learn the new concept in the arithmetic progression, that is to find sum of n terms of AP. Before that, let's recall what all we have learned. We have learned about the definition of AP, general form based on the definition we have extracted. That general form is nothing but A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. So this A, we require two terms, A and D, common difference and one term. That one particular term we call it as a first term and the common difference. When you keep on adding based on the definition, when you keep on adding common difference to preceding number, you will get the succeeding number. That becomes the definition of AP. Based on this definition, we have formed general formula or general form we have got here, that is A plus D, A plus 2D and A plus 3D, and last term it becomes A plus n minus 1 into D. This we have taken as the formula to find the nth term of an AP, that is nothing but AN is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Till here we came to know. So here various parameters are there, 4 parameters are there, that is AN. AN you know already children, AN is nothing but the last term or nth term. A is nothing but first term, N is nothing but number of terms and D is the common difference. What we require to form the set of number of AP, we require two terms, that is one is common difference and one any number. That any number becomes first number or first term. Understand children? Now all these things we have learned. Now with the example, certain basic difference I will teach you. So if you know this basic difference, then you can easily understand what is this sum of n terms. Till now we did not hear about the sum of n terms. We just knowing about the terms, first term, second term, nth term, like this. So we were knowing that. But now a new word has come, that is sum of n terms. What is this sum? To know that, it's very important that we should know about certain things that I am going to explain, giving some example. Now you see that, consider this set of an AP 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, etc. up to 34. Here you can find very easily that it's a set of AP with a common difference 3. Why? Because for 1 if you add 3 becomes 4. For 4 if you add 3 becomes 7. For 7 if you add 3 it becomes 10. Like this it is proceeding. Therefore this particular set of number is called AP. So this kind of examples we have solved to find which term is where, how to find first term, second term, how to find nth term based on this formula we have learnt already. But still, see here, what is this 1? This 1 is nothing but first term. If first term is 1, what is the value of n here? N is equals to 1. What does it mean? It means this one and this one are two different things. The meaning of these two is 1 is present in first place, therefore n equals 1. And this n equals 1 is not equals to a1 equals 1. Understand properly. Why? Because n equals 1 refers to the place. A1 refers to the kind of term that is present in first place. Kind of term that is present in first place becomes A1 or first term A, where n equals 1. Now you can see that A2 is 4. That means in the place of second, in second place you will find the number 4. Therefore this particular term is A2. A2 is present at the second place. Therefore this particular 4 is called second term. I have used the word second. Second means it is present in the second place. Second place means what you are conferring from that. From that you are conferring that n is equals to 2. Second place. 7 is the third term. Third term. A3. When I say A3, it is the third term. What is the third term in the example? It is 7. What is the value of n? N is 3, where A3 equals 7. What is the value of n? Value of n is 3. Why value of n is 3? If A3 equals 7, because it is present at the third place. What is the value of n at A4 is equals to 10? A4, why I said this A4 is equals to 10? A4 is equals to 10 I said because it is the fourth term. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the fourth term. That means fourth place it is present where n value is equals to 4. Therefore it is called fourth term. It is fifth term. And what is 34? I do not know. So simply I call it as nth term. Understand children? This is nth term. So all these things you know already. So till now we have discussed about only term. Which term is present in which place. All those things we have learned. Now to enter into the sum of n terms, you should know some differences. So which I'll tell you, just give more importance for that. Now you can see that S1. S1 means sum of one term. Sum of one term, it is not possible. Sum of one term or first term both are same. Here S1 is equals to 1 itself, where n is equals to 1. Because you cannot sum one term itself, you cannot possible to add. So one term remains as it is, therefore it is said S1 is equals to A1 itself, where n equals 1. S2 and A2, difference you see that. S1 and A1 are both same, but A2 and S2 are not same. Here A2 refers to the term that is present in the second place, but here S2 refers to sum of two terms. What is that? A1 and A2. S2 refers to A1 and A2. What is the A1 plus A2? 1 plus 4 is nothing but 5. That means here n equals 2 means you are adding the two numbers, two terms. Thus it becomes S2. S2 and A2 are two different things. A2 refers to the term present in the second place. S2 refers to add first and second term. Now you observe in the same way S3 and A3. A3 is 7. What do you mean by A3 is 7? A3 is 7 means third term is 7. What is S3? Add three terms. A1 plus A2 plus A3. Add three terms. After adding three terms, 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 7, 12. So S3 is 12, but A3 is 7. A3 is just showing the term present in the third place, but S3 is showing adding of three terms. Here same, A3, in the place of A3, n is equals to 3. In place of S3 also n equals 3, but here third place 7 is present. Here you are adding three numbers. Here n refers to you are adding three numbers. Understand? In the same way, A4 and S4, if you can observe, A4 is the 10th term. Sorry, A4 is nothing but fourth term. What kind of number is present? What kind of number is present is 10. In the fourth place, what kind of number is present? 10. But here you can see that S4 is nothing but four terms you have to add. That is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4. Thus it becomes 22. After adding A1, A2, A3, A4, it becomes 22. Now you see the difference. S4 is 22, but A4 is 10. A4 refers to fourth term. S4 refers to addition of four terms. In both the case, n value is same. The meaning of n here is 10 is present at the fourth place. Here four terms are added. In the same way, S5 and A5. Same, you can observe that S5 and A5. Here 5 terms are added. Here A5 refers to fifth term. Now, if you are asked to find sum of 100 terms, you cannot add 100 terms A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. This is a very lengthy process. It is not possible. Therefore, we have a shortcut method, call it as a formula. This shortcut method of finding any number is known as formula. This using Sn formula, sum of n terms formula, you can find the sum of any number of terms. So this goes as Sn is equals to, Sn means sum of n terms. An is nothing but nth term, what is present at the nth place, but Sn is equals to add n terms that is present in the AP. So Sn is equals to sum of n terms is equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So 2a is nothing but a plus a, right? 2a is nothing but what? A plus a. Now, if you split a plus a, it becomes a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d. What is a plus n minus 1 into d? It is nothing but a. Therefore, after splitting 2a, you will get one extra a, keep as it is, and it becomes a plus n minus 1 into d. In place of a plus n minus 1 into d, you can add an. Thus, Sn, sum of n terms, is also equals to n by 2 into a plus an. This an is called last term, therefore which can also be called as an is equals to l. Is that clear, children? It's very easy. Both the formula are same. If last term is given, then immediately you can substitute. You don't need to find the last term and then substitute all those things. Immediately last term you can substitute in the formula itself and you can find sum of whatever the terms is given. Understand, children? If it is a natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, if you are asked to find the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you can use the formula Sn is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. These are some of the formulae you have to use while solving this arithmetic progression problem involving sum of n terms of AP. Now, I'll explain you how to derive this formula. This formula is being derived by some method. Now I'll tell you how this formula has been derived. Now you can see that what is Sn? General formula, already you know that. General formula is nothing but general form of AP is nothing but a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. Like this it proceeding up to nth term, a plus n minus 1 into d. Understand, children? Now see, these are the terms, but S means sum. Sum of n terms of AP means add all the general form of AP. If you add, it becomes a plus d plus a plus 2d, etc., etc., etc. Last term is a plus n minus 1 into d. What is the term that is behind? Behind is the term that is behind a plus n minus 1 into d is a plus n minus 2 into d. So this is the straight form written general way, a plus d, etc., etc., etc. Now, sum of n terms in the reverse order. We see sum of n terms in reverse order. If you see sum of n terms in reverse order, write down the last term, then penultimate term, and then a plus d and a. This is the reverse order. This is written in a straight order and then reverse order you have taken. Now take this equation as 1 and then second equation as 2. If you add 1 and 2, Sn plus Sn plus Sn is equals to, now you can see that a plus n minus 1 into d, and you will get 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Second term also same, a plus d, and the second term, and here you write add penultimate term, a plus d plus a plus n minus 2 into d becomes again 2a plus n minus 1 into d. In the same way, n number of terms you will get 2a plus n minus 1 into d itself. You will get 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N number of terms will be the same. Therefore, what we do is Sn plus Sn is 2Sn. And how many times this 2a plus n minus 1 into d is there? N number of times. Therefore, we take n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, after dividing 2 by both sides, you will get Sn is equals to n by 2, this 2 divided n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and hence we have got the formula to find sum of n terms. Sn is equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. See, 2a can be split into a plus a. This 2a I have made as a plus a. Then what is remaining is n plus n minus 1 into d. Now you observe properly. What is this a I have written as it is? What is this a plus n minus 1 into d? A keep as it is. This is nothing but nth term formula. Therefore, it becomes a plus an. The other formula we have got from this itself. So, Sn is equals to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It's same as Sn is equals to n by 2 into a plus an if last term is given. If you did not understand this, let me explain you the sum of first 100 natural numbers. Now S100 means sum of 100 natural numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. up to 100. Now you reverse the order. It is written from 1 to 100. Now you reverse it from 100 to 1, you write S100 is equals to 100 plus 99 plus 98 up to 1. So here, if you are adding from 1 to 100 or 100 to 1 remains the same itself. It does not make any difference at all. If you add 1 plus 2 is same as 2 plus 1. That is why reversing the order and adding, because we need to derive the formula. That is the reason why we are doing this. Now S100 is equals to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 100. S100 is also is equals to 100 plus 99 plus 98 up to 1. Now you take this as 1 and 2. After adding this S100 plus S100, you make this 1 as 1 and 2 and add 1 and 2. After adding 1 and 2, S100 plus S100 is equals to, you can see that 1 plus 100 is 101, 2 plus 99 is 101, 3 plus 98 is 101. Like this, you will get 101 100 times, because you are adding or finding sum of first 100 natural numbers. Therefore, you will get 101 100 times. So easily what you can do is S100 plus S100 is equals to 2 S100, which is equals to, how many times 101 is there? 100 times is there. Therefore, we write 100 into 101. This 101 can also be split as 100 plus 1. 100 and 1 is nothing but 100 plus 1. Therefore, what we have done is 2 S100 is equals to, here 100 kept as it is, 101 is written as 100 plus 1. Understand, children? Now transfer to other side, so that it becomes S100 is equals to 100 into 100 plus 1 by 2. This is sum of first 100 natural numbers. If this is sum of first n natural numbers, replace 100 with n, so that in general we will get Sn is equals to, in place of 100 n, in place of 100 n plus 1. That means if you replace 100 with n, then Sn is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. Thus we get this formula, Sn is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2, by solving this example. Keeping this as an example, we have got this general formula. Therefore, this general formula can be used to find sum of n natural numbers. So if you can ask me the question, sir, is it not possible to find sum of n natural numbers using this formula? It is possible. This formula could be applied for anything. But this is the very easy way. If natural numbers are given, you can use this. You can use this. It doesn't mean that you should not use this formula. You can use this formula also. You can use any formula to find sum of n natural numbers or sum of any numbers that is given. Did you understand, children? So hope you have understood, and in the next video we will start the exercise problem, that is 1.3. Understand, children? Thank you. Bye bye.